92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their move when they're trying to get attention from somebody they think is attractive. I know for me, my move has always been called the waterfall.
Whoa, sounds
I'm guessing
fancy.
you named it and call it that yourself.
Yep, anytime I see a lady that I think is attractive, I just open up my mouth and let the drool fall out all the way down my chin. The waterfall.
Yeah.
Trust me, it works. They might not realize it at first, but you follow them around for 15 minutes with drool falling down your chin, they get the hint pretty quickly that you think they are attractive.
So weird they give you attention.
And the guy on the phone today for a second date update told us that he used his patented move in order to get a date with the girl that he wants to call today. What's up, Michael?
Hey, how's it going?
Michael, I'm already kind of cringing because anytime someone says that they have a patented move,
Yeah.
it usually means they're pretty douchey.
I don't know. This is pretty good. I think you'll like it.
Oh,
Not
you do?
douchey, huh?
Tell us what your move is.
Well, I was at a mixer with a couple buddies of mine, and we were kind of bored just there and kind of looking around, and the talent wasn't that great, but there was this one girl that
Talent.
probably the hottest girl in the room, and they were saying that there was no way that I could ever get her to go out with me.
Okay, because you were obviously not the hottest guy in the room.
I wouldn't say that. But yeah. So I took what they said as a challenge, and I basically started waving to her from across the room.
Smooth.
And
Like frantically?
He's not done yet, guys.
no, I mean, yeah, not frantically. I just sort of like waving like at her, like I kind of knew her, and
Okay.
other people started to look at me, and they were waving back, and I was like, no, not you, or you. I was like trying to get the hot girl's attention.
Nice.
So I keep waving at her, and she finally is like, who, me? And I was like, yeah, come on over. And so she walks on over, and she's like, can I help you? And I said, oh, I thought you were someone else.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then you get talking.
Yeah, then you start up a conversation right there.
Exactly. I introduced myself. My buddies behind me were kind of like laughing and kind of patting me on the back. And
God.
I was able to ask her out.
Okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, it worked. And yeah, we went out for dinner and we got drinks and we had a really great time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it since she's not calling you back.
Yeah, about that, like, I think there was one moment. So, okay, we were at dinner, and, like, we're pretty far into the date, and a buddy of mine happens to be at the restaurant as well, so he comes over, and I introduce him to her, and I actually don't remember her name for that moment.
Oh, no, man.
Worst case
Yeah, and
scenario.
I'm doing the thing where, like, you know, I say his name and maybe he will ask her what her name is, and it doesn't happen. And
I hate it when people can't pick up on that cue. You're like, this is my friend Joe. Joe, this is... And then,
Somebody help me.
Yeah,
and he
Joe's
didn't help
supposed
you
to
out.
say, I'm Joe. What's your name?
What is her name, by the way?
Deanna.
Deanna.
You
Sorry to put you
sure?
on the spot like that.
Yeah. I won't forget now.
So wait, I mean, if you called this girl and set up a date, how did you forget her name?
I don't. It just kind of blanked on me for a second. I guess I was just blurred by her
Okay.
hotness. I
Oh,
don't
there you
know.
go.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that she noticed that you didn't remember her name.
Yeah, for sure. She just actually stared at me for a few seconds and just let me sweat it out.
That sucks.
Kept the awkwardness.
At least she was, she seemed like she had a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah. She was playing along.
And I want to give you a hard time, but it's so hard to remember people's names.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, what was the mood like after that moment?
It was pretty good. She kept calling me the wrong name for the rest of the night, so
Okay.
that was kind
That's
of her
funny.
way.
I like her.
At least it turned into a joke with you guys, and she didn't just get
Yeah.
mad and walk out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how did everything end with whatever her name is?
Deanna, I drove there and I actually asked if she wanted to ride home, and she actually said she had called an Uber, and she went home that way, and that was a little weird because I thought everything was great. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but some girls don't want to like open the door to having you come into their house, or she doesn't know you that well.
That's true. So now it's been, about 8 days or so, and I haven't really talked to her. I shot her a text a couple times, and, haven't really heard back, so.
I feel like if you have an awesome date like that and you have such a great time, why wouldn't you call her that night or the next morning and just say, hey, I had such a good time?
I mean, I feel like there are like rules around that, right? That
No, every girl likes that. I'm telling you. Nobody wants to wait for a text that says, hey, you want to go out again?
Maybe you're right. I probably screwed that one up as well, and hoping you guys can help me.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can do it. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
All right, man. Just hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Oh, names. They're so difficult. Especially when you're out on a date and you can't remember the name of the person you went out with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been 6 years working together, and you still forget mine sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why anytime I've ever gone out on a date, I never call them by their name. I just play it safe, and I give everybody the nickname Stinky Pants. Hey, Stinky Pants!
Yeah,
So excited to be out with you. This is my friend Stinky Pants, everybody. I've never gotten a lot of calls back, but at least I didn't screw up their name like Michael did, who's on the phone to do a second date update right now. He met a girl named Deanna at a mixer with his bros. They actually dared him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. And then they went out to dinner, and he ran into another friend. And when he was trying to introduce her to his friend, he forgot her name.
Oh, man.
So he thinks that's the biggest thing that did him in. I'm going to get her on the phone right now and find out.
Now, you're trying to get a date because you actually really like her, not just because you want to prove to your bros that the date actually worked out.
Definitely. We had a really good time. We had a lot in common. I think there was something there.
Okay.
Well, I'll dial her phone number right now and see what she has to say, okay?
Thanks, Stinky Pants.
No problem, Stinky Pants. See?
Oh,
It's
you
catchy.
guys.
It is kind of
All
catchy.
right, let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, Stinky Pants.
Excuse me?
Hi, is this Deanna?
Yes.
How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I think I've heard of you once before.
Okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
it was positive.
Oh.
Well, the reason I'm calling you today is because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Michael.
Michael. Oh, Michael. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you have heard of him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's another
So,
Got a motor.
That's more of a concern.
concerned.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for helping to interpret your language.
So, Michael sent us an email saying that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him for another date, and he's wondering why.
Maybe no.
He did, yeah. He wants to know if maybe he did something wrong on your date.
Did something wrong.
Did you like Michael?
At first, I mean, that's the reason why I went out with him, but I'm curious what he told you, actually.
Well, I'll tell you. He said that he met you while you guys were at some mixer or something, and then he took you out to dinner. He said you guys had a fun time. He thinks the only reason that you're not calling him back is because he forgot your name while you guys were out.
I mean, that did happen, but, I mean, it wasn't a huge deal to me. It was something totally different, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like you took it in stride and made fun of him the rest of the evening.
Oh, he told you that, did he?
Yeah.
I had fun with it.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was like, good move on your part.
Yeah, I definitely had fun with him on that part, but
It sounds like you don't like him very much.
I'm not the biggest fan of him right now.
Why?
Oh.
Why I don't like him? Well, did he tell you that he Facebook Lived our whole date?
What?
What?
I don't understand what you even mean by that.
So you know how you can Facebook Live video?
Yeah?
So he had his buddy that was a couple tables away Facebook video our entire date.
What?
Really?
Like some creeper was sitting a couple tables away from you recording your date and you didn't know.
I didn't know until I went on his Facebook page and
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I saw that he was tagged in a video and that I was in it.
Oh my God!
So you got to actually watch and recap your date on his Facebook page then.
Yeah, the full recap.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
how many people were watching?
I don't know, hundreds maybe.
Oh my God, I
Wow.
would be freaking out. How have you not called him and like read him the riot act, man?
I was better to ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to call him up and like leave it on his voicemail or something because I can see the internet too. Like everything could with him.
Exactly. I don't even want to talk to him anymore. I don't even want another reason.
Oh my God, what like?
Too bad. I probably shouldn't tell you that he's on the other line and wants to talk to you then, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean that he's listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Yep.
What?
Hey. Hey, Deanna.
What is going on? Why is he on the phone right now?
Oh my God, I am so sorry.
Surprise.
Oh wow.
Deanna, I wasn't. I didn't know that it was happening either. Actually, because like my buddy who was there, like who loves to play pranks on me, told me afterwards. So I'm really sorry that happened. And I'm like really embarrassed. I did not mean for you to see that, and I definitely would never want to do something like that. And, you know, I actually had a really good time with you, and
Oh my
Just
God.
rambling right now.
Deanna, tell him to shut up. My God.
I'm just in shock by this whole thing that this would,
Yeah.
I was in
so
shock
you'd even
too.
call me like through a radio station. I mean, geez. I don't know.
I
I
know.
feel like you guys are kind of nerdy to do this. Like, you got to pick maybe some better friends or something. That's kind of rude,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do need to get better friends. Like, I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, I couldn't believe that, they were broadcasting us. Like,
Wait, thinking about it the whole time. So you knew about this the whole time during our date, that you were being filmed? Or I was being filmed? You knew about this?
Look, Deanna, all I knew... I did have my buddy, like, I wanted him to come and just get a photo of the two of us on the date.
What?
Instead,
What?
he totally messed with me and you and us and, made a video about this whole thing. And you're totally
Do you,
right.
never go out on dates or something that you need to document it for your friends?
No, I just thought I wanted a picture for Facebook because you're so pretty.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Nice.
The better thing would have been to just ask, maybe. You ever think about that? Just ask me, like, hey, can I get a photo with you?
Yeah.
Instead of have some
You're right.
creeper.
You're right. I should have asked, but I thought that would be awkward too, to ask you for a photo in the middle of our date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, people take photos all the time when they're out and about. I mean, what's weird is that your friend video recorded the whole thing without me knowing.
And Michael, what were you going to do with the picture if he only took a picture? Like, you're going to post that and expect her not to see it on social media as well? She's going to find out one way or the other. You got some creeper taking photos of you guys.
I guess you're right. I mean, I just wanted her to see it eventually. If things were to work out between us, it would be this really great first date memento that we could go back and say, hey, look at us, and it's kind of this romantic gesture.
And then at that point, you'd have been together so long that she wouldn't be able to leave you because it's still weird,
Boom.
Michael.
It is. It's like saying, oh, I collected your hair on the first date and I still have it.
I didn't collect hair this time. I mean, I didn't collect hair.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Deanna, would you like to go on a second date with Michael?
Oh,
We'll pay for it. We'll put cell phone blocking devices in every corner of the restaurant so that he can't stream it on the internet.
Deanna, before you decide, I'll tell you right now that I'm going to ask my buddy to remove the video from Facebook, and I'll even report him, because you're right, it's totally unacceptable, and it should not have ever
Oh,
happened.
you hear that, Deanna? He will report his friend to Facebook for you.
Oh, no.
The damage has already been done. It's been up for a week. If he cared that much, he would have deleted it,
Yeah.
a while ago.
I'm
So,
with you,
I don't know.
I just didn't know that you were going to see it.
I didn't know you were going to see it. It's live out there on Facebook for everybody to see.
I just thought with privacy settings and stuff that I was going to set it up.
No.
Check that, buddy.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't
I mean,
happen.
if you were that upset at your friend, you think you would have told him when you saw it, and had him take it down then. And obviously you didn't. Obviously you liked it.
No,
I don't know.
I didn't. I didn't actually like it. I just thought it
No,
was...
she doesn't mean you click like on the post. She means like you liked it, like as a person, like you enjoyed
Oh
it.
my God, the more we talk
You
about
obviously enjoyed it if you didn't have your friend take it off or you didn't delete it off your page.
There it
you
is.
know?
There we go.
and it sounds like you've watched it maybe one too many times as well, Michael.
I just really thought you were pretty and like wanted to keep that memory of you because I hadn't heard from you in 8 days or something. So
You cannot spin that one to romance.
So, Deanna, is that an official no from you then?
Yeah, that's a no. I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling it.
That's all right.
Yeah, shocking.
Michael, at least you always have your Facebook memory, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna pop up year after year on that date, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Memories.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says Facebook ruins another relationship.
Right?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. This dude named Michael wanted to call a girl named Deanne. They met at a party. His friends actually bet him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. He thought the reason she wasn't calling back was because he forgot her name on their first date. But the real reason she wasn't calling back was because one of his buddies was there Facebook living the whole thing.
gosh.
And then she went to his Facebook page and saw he was tagged in the video and had no interest in going out with him.
It's creepy and it's really dorky.
Yeah, it is.
Like, do you never go on a date, man? Like, act like you've been there before, dude.
Right?
Sounds like he doesn't very much. And
Seriously.
probably isn't going to be going on anytime soon. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.